हेलो गाइस, आज का टॉपिक है एनडीए रिलेटेड स्पेशल क्वेश्चन, प्रीवियस ईयर आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन. फर्स्ट वन इज द which one of the following is correct in respect of fx and gx. So definitely we know very well denominator sign is there, denominator never equal to 0, square root sign is there, square root is always positive, and mod x is given, and definitely definition of mod x is what? It is equal to x when x is greater equal to 0, minus x when x is less than 0, and also modulus of x is also given by maximum of x and minus x. That is mod x is always greater equal to x and minus x. So x minus mod x is maybe 0 or negative. So this function is not defined. But mod x is greater than or equal to 0 of x, because mod x is maximum of x and minus x. That is if we take x is equals to just like a negative number, then modulus is definitely greater than x. So mod x is greater than x itself. So if we take f of minus 2, what we get? F of minus 2 is definitely is equal to 1 upon root modulus of minus 2 is 2, and this is minus 2. So this is 1 upon root 2 plus 2, that is equals to 4. And so this is defined, that is this is 1 upon 2, f of minus 2 is defined. So what we say, fx has some domain but gx has no domain, hence the correct option is A. By the definition of modulus function, reciprocal function and square root function, correct option is first. Got it, bache? Next question we can take here for you. Here is the question. Let A containing 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 B be the set containing 2 elements 6 and 7. Here an interval sign is there, but it is a set which contain only 2 elements. What is the number of onto function from A to B? So definitely we know very well total number of functions are number of element in B, number of element in B raised to power number of element in A, that is equals to B containing 2 element and A containing 5 element. So this is 2 raised to power 5, which is equals to 32. But total number of functions are 32. Concept is what? Total number of functions are 32, but we have to find here onto functions. How many functions are onto? So we know very well, if A is here and B is here, then definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here is 2 elements 6 and 7. If all the elements are related to 6, then this is a function. This is a function but not onto, and similarly all the elements are related to 7, then this function is also into function, not onto function. So definitely onto function, that is total number of onto functions are equal to total number of functions minus 2. These two functions are into functions. So what we get? Total number of onto functions are 32 minus 2, that is equals to 30. Hence the correct option is C. Got it, bache? So two special formulas are here. First one is what? Total number of functions. Total number of functions are number of element in B raised to power number of element in A. Next formula is what? Total number of onto functions when B containing only 2 elements. B containing only 2 elements are total number of functions minus 2, that is equals to number of element in B raised to power number of element in A minus 2. Next question. Question number 3. Let A containing all the real numbers x which are lies between minus 1 and 1, which of the following is or are bijective function from a to itself. So first function is fx is equals to x into mod x, and second function is gx is equals to cos pi x. So here it is clear, if we draw the graph of this function, what we get? Think about this. First function is x into mod x, x into mod x, and we can draw the graph of this function. This is plus 1, this is minus 1. If x is positive, then mod x is positive, x is also positive, and this form a parabola, just like this one. Got it, bache? That is, when x is 1, it is also equal to as approaching to 1, and when x is negative, then first x is negative but modulus is positive, so this is equals to just like the graph of this parabola is half upward and half downward. So when we draw the line parallel to x-axis, it intersects the graph at only one time. So we know very well it is 1 1, and definitely it is approaching to minus 1 and plus 1 also, that's why on 2 also, that is the first function is 1 1 as well as on 2, that's why is a bijective function. Next function is what? Gx. Gx is cos pi x. Cos pi x, that is x lies between minus 1 and 1, so pi x lies between minus pi and pi. Now if we want to draw the graph of cos, how to draw it? Cos, this is our x-axis, this is y-axis, and we know very well in first two quadrant, that is first quadrant and second quadrant, 0 to pi function is positive as well as negative. In third and fourth quadrant it is negative and positive. So its graph is what? Cos, just like 0, cos 0 is 1, and cos pi by 2 is 0, and cos pi is equal to minus 1, that is, it is just like downward. And then when we take in negative direction, that is minus pi, it is also draw as just like, it is just like this one. So and then moving here it is, but our target is only minus 1 to plus 1. So what we get, if we draw the graph and drawing a line which is parallel to x-axis, it intersects the graph at more than one point. So it is not 1 1, not 1 1, so not on bijective also. So our answer is what? Select the correct answer using the code given below. Only first one is correct, only second one is correct, both are correct, neither one nor two. So our correct answer is what? First function is bijective but not second. Got it, bache? Next question, third question. After third we can taking here question number 4, and which are related to 4 and 5 by this statement. So consider the following for the next two items that follow. First one is fx is equal to square root of 2 minus x plus square root of 2 plus x. What is the greatest value of the function and what is the domain of the function? So first of all we can find here its domain. First of all we think about the domain. So we know very well square root is always positive. Square root is always positive, that is we can say here square root, that is 2 minus x is always positive. this is greater equal to 0, then the function is defined. 2 plus x is also greater equal to 0, that is 2 is greater equal to x, as well as here this is implies that x is greater equal to minus 2, that is if we take a number line, then this represent x is greater equal to minus 2 and this is x is less or equal to minus 2. So the domain is what? Closed minus 2 to closed 2. So option B is correct. Now the option B is correct. So we have to find its greatest value also.